Does the average person really have 388 friends? That's the average number of Facebook friends that somebody has, but are they really friends? Do you really have a relationship with those people? So let me tell you a story. I was in the Navy for 24 years, and before I went on active duty in the Navy, I was a Navy midshipman, which is a college student learning how to be a naval officer. And during our summers, we would ride ships to both learn what the Navy was about and then to see what we wanted to do when we graduated. What kind of career path? Did we want to be a pilot? Did we want to be a surface warrior? Did we want to be a submariner? And at first I thought I wanted to be a pilot, so I asked to ride an aircraft carrier for my first cruise. And I spent 6 weeks on an aircraft carrier, and it was kind of weird because I came away, I mean, aircraft carrier is 6,000 people, but I came away feeling I only knew 5 to 10 people. It felt kind of impersonal to me. I mean, I got to know my division pretty well, but really nobody else. And although people were executing the same mission and we were all theoretically on the same page, it just felt kind of impersonal. So the next summer I asked to ride a submarine. Turns out a submarine is a crew of about 150. And it felt like a family to me. It felt like everyone was on the same page and had a sense of accountability to each other. It was like a community. And I didn't really understand why. Why could I go on a ship with 6,000 people and feel like I didn't know very many people at all, and then go to a much smaller ship of 150 people and really feel like I was part of a family? Years later, I came across this research by someone named Robin Dunbar, who's a professor at Oxford, and he studies primates. And what Robin Dunbar figured out was that the size of a brain of a primate equates to the size of a social group that it's able to manage. So he's figuring this out with apes, and he kind of said to himself, I wonder if this applies to humans as well. And so he did the calculation, and it turns out that humans should be able to manage about 150 relationships. And then he studied societies in England, like villages. He went back to hunter-gatherer societies, studied them. He looked at military organizations. He looked at the Christmas card list that people had in England. And the number 150 was really held true. And it turns out it's kind of magical, because when you get to a group of around 150 people, you do get that sense of accountability. Everybody knows everyone else. Everybody takes into account the community and their reputation in the community when they act. So you don't need a lot of laws. It's sort of a self-governing group, a group of 150 people. So it turns out we can only have relationships with 150 people. So if we're spending a lot of energy on that 388 people, or if you're like me and you have thousands of LinkedIn contacts, even beyond that, you don't really have a relationship with those people, and you're sort of dissipating your energy. So one of the things we want to do at Peck is help you focus on the people that matter most. And in our next video, Robin Dunbar's got some other research that's even more powerful in terms of how you develop close relationships and how much effort is required. And it will help us think about how to focus our efforts to have the most powerful relationships possible.